Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to race number 22 of the 2016 NASCAR XFINITY Series season. We are live here from Watkins Glen, the road course for our first of 3 straight road course races for the series. I'm Eric Burton here in the broadcast booth, here to give you a full coverage of today's Zippo 200 here at Watkins Glen. We have 40 cars lined up on track, getting ready for the green flag for what will be a 13-lap race at this road course. And we have the NASCAR XFINITY Series and the NASCAR Spin Up Series running here this weekend. Tomorrow, the NASCAR Spin Up Series, she's at 355 here from the Glen. Coming here with the points lead is number 19 of Daniel Suarez, a 28-point lead on his Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota teammate Eric Jones, 43 points on Chris Buescher, and 46 points on your pole center Ty Dillon. Coming off his third win of the year last weekend, Ty Dillon earned the pole in qualifying, and alongside the number 42 of Justin Marks. Road to the number 19 of Daniel Suarez will be on the inside of row number 2, alongside the number 33, your highest cup driver on the grid, Paul Menard. At the top of your screen, your starting grid will roll across the screen. We had a total of 46 entries, but only 40 made the show, and we'll be coming back with the starting command when we come back to Watkins Glen.
Drivers, start your engines!
We are now rolling on our pace lap before we go green. You saw your starting grid, 40 cars lined up, getting ready to go racing for the 22nd time in 2016. Watkins Glen. Next weekend, the NASCAR XFINITY Series will be live from Mid-Ohio, and the following week at Road America is pretty much the road course swing the next couple of weeks from these 3 different road course tracks we go into. Ty Dillon already locked into the chase. So is Daniel Suarez. So is Eric Jones and Chris Buescher. But last weekend at Iowa, we saw another driver mathematically clinch a spot into the 2016 playoffs, that being the Jenny Motorsports Rookie of the Year contender, the number 7 of Josh Berry. Now remember, Berry won at Talladega, and a great finish with teammate Sam Hornets Jr. in that race. And Berry currently 9th in points, about 10 points behind Darrell Wallace, who is 8th in points. He is now clinched a spot into the chase. That means 5 drivers, 5 spots are filled, but 7 are still open. Let's take you and show you some guys who are in the field today. The number 20, driven by Carl Edwards, won this race back in 2012. Driving for Rouse Fenway Racing. Also driving today, the 53, Andrew Ranger, the road course specialist, driving the 53 today. That's Andrew Ranger. If I can get a good camera angle. Driving the 80 is Reed Sorensen for the Dory Racing Enterprise Toyota team. Kevin O'Connell driving the 13 for MBM. Parker Klugerman behind the wheel of the number 44, Jeffrey Earnhardt in the 43 for Richard Petty Motorsports, and Alex Gwinnett driving for Obaker Racing. But up front, the green flag is out, and we are underway here from Watkins Glen. And already making it 3 wide, entering turn number 1, and Justin Marks trying to clear Ty Dillon. He does. Justin Marks to the lead. But Ty Dillon, he did not go off the track like Marks did, and Dillon stays on the inside trying to get that lead away by Paul Menard on the outside of Dillon. And Marks will finally clear the number 3 of Ty Dillon. But Dillon not done yet. He's fighting back on the inside lane, down the backstretch, and to the bus stop. And Suarez is off track, and so is the 22 of Keselowski. And the Keselowski is flipping. Big break for the 22 of Brad Keselowski. And also involved the 14 of Matty Benedetto, and the 25 of John West Townley, and the 84 of Mason Mingus just got in it as well. Mingus is in the tire barrier. But what a mess that was with the 22 of Brad Keselowski. Justin Marks trying to hang on to the lead. Here comes Ty Dillon on the outside. Paul Menard now on the inside of the number 3 of Ty Dillon, and Menard will edge Dillon at the line by Mason Mingus. Brad Keselowski, the 14 of Matty Benedetto on off pace, and I believe Townley, I thought he got involved, but he did not. but heavy damage on the discount tire Ford Mustang and Brian Keselowski. One of the guys who we had on our list of favorites. And the 22 just, and the 19 of Daniel Suarez as well, went off track a little bit in the bus stop, and Keselowski just ran right into the tire barrier and starts flipping into the grass. Luckily, he did not come back on the track. And behind him, the 84 Mingus is already spinning around. We're going to look at that in a moment. And then DiBenedetto, who also went off course, runs right into the 14. And right here, Keselowski just disappears right when Townley was going to run right into the 22. And Mingus, 84, the Belly Boat Motorsports Rookie of the Year contender, on the inside of Michael Self, entering the bus stop, gets sideways, spins into the asphalt back here. There's no grass or a sand trap or nothing, but Mingus is going to run right into the tire barrier, and that was not on the car. Pretty much what we saw with the 22 at Keselowski. Now, right before we go back to live action, let's go on board with a 25 of John West Townley, who easily could have been knocked out the race had he run right into this flipping number 22 of Brad Keselowski. Oh, look at that. The 22 is teleported to pit lane, and that just saved Townley, who's now 35th on track. 37 cars are remaining. The 14 of Matt DiBenedetto has taken his car behind the wall. Keselowski and Mingus are still sitting on pit lane. Leading the first 2 laps today, how about the 42 of Justin Marks? Out in front of Paul Menard, Ty Dillon, Carl Edwards, and Eric Jones. Daniel Suarez, Joe Logano, Cal Busch, Cole Custer, and James Busher. Followed by Andrew Ranger, Cole Whitt, Alex Bowman, Josh Berry, Brandon Jones, Reed Sorensen, Darrell Wallace, Chris Buescher, Brendan Gaughan, and Ryan Reed. Hitting Matt Green this time by here with 10 laps remaining for the 42 of Justin Marks, who has never won in the NASCAR XFINITY Series. Yeah, 37 cars remaining on track. Paul Menard, 3 career wins for Paul Menard. Ty Dillon, 3 wins this year. Carl Edwards, a 1 win here at Watkins Glen, and Eric Jones making his debut at Watkins Glen in the NASCAR XFINITY Series. Daniel Suarez fell to 6. Logano, Cal Busch, Cole Custer, and James Busher. Now that 12 of Logano, he won this race 1 year ago, driving for Team Penske. Held off his teammate Brian Keselowski, who's now behind the wall and will finish 39th. And Mason Mingus will end up finishing in 40th place. And we're back underway from Watkins Glen. Green flag is in the air. Marks leads down in the turn number 1, but here comes that 33. Paul Menard to the inside in turn number 1. Marks again goes off course, and they make contact into the tire barrier. Justin Marks and Paul Menard. They made contact and into the tire barrier. Your 2 leaders, Justin Marks and Paul Menard. And that has now handed the lead over to Menard's teammate Ty Dillon. Eric Jones on the inside of his teammate Carl Edwards, and he will take second away. Entering the bus stop, Suarez 4th, and Logano 5th. Cal Busch, Bowman, Ranger, James Busher, and Josh Berry and Cole Whitt side by side for the top 10 spots. 3 wide back here, Reed Sorensen in the middle, and they're going to go off course. Sorensen and Custer in the wall. Reed Sorensen and Cole Custer. Custer drives away with heavy damage, and Sorensen unable to fire his car, and he has been taken to pit lane. So now it's going to be the 3 of Ty Dillon at the line, holding off the 11 of Eric Jones. Carl Edwards 3rd, Daniel Suarez, and Joey Logano are top 5 at the line, as 3 more or possibly 4 more cars going behind the wall as Cole Custer is off pace. Well, this is not going to be pretty for the 42 and the 33. They're coming off turn number 1, and Menard's on the inside, Mark's on the outside, and they're both going to go off course a little bit, and those cars like magnets just stick together and right into the tire barrier for Justin Marks and Paul Menard. Heavy damage on both cars, and they are done for the day. Now, good news for Justin Marks, he has 2 more chances on the road courses, as he'll be back in the 42 at Mid-Ohio and Road America, battling for the lead, and this happens. Now what happens with Cole Custer and Reed Sorensen is a little bit weird because we are already on the yellow. We are racing back to the caution flag and getting in through the carousel. Custer right on the outside of Sorensen, clips Sorensen, and driver's side first for the number 80 into the tire barrier. As you can tell, Custer drives away, but Sorensen also done for the day in the number 80. Okay, we are back live here at Watkins Glen, getting ready for the restart here on lap number 7 of 13. That'll be 7 to go for leader Ty Dillon, looking for win number 4 in 2016. But can Eric Jones get by? What about Carl Edwards, Daniel Suarez, Joe Gibbs Racing, all behind Ty Dillon? And with the number 18 of Kyle Busch, another Gibbs Toyota inside the top 10. Behind Busch, it is Andrew Ranger, James Busher, Josh Berry, and Cole Wigg getting down in the turn number 1. Jones is on Dillon. They make contact again. Almost 3 wide getting through the yeses, and Edwards will move by Eric Jones, and that will bring the 19 and the 12 of Logano. What a mistake by the number 11 of Eric Jones. Kyle Busch, Ranger, James Busher, Berry, and Cole Witt. Darrell Wallace. And we have hold on. Okay. Ryan Reed and Alex Bowman. I'm not quite sure what happened to Alex Bowman and Ryan Reed. Rewind through the yeses. I was looking for that 88 and the 16 and could not find them. They're all the way back here outside the top 30. Not quite sure what happened to them. But Ty Dillon leads. Edwards in second. Suarez third. Logano and now Kyle Busch will move by Eric Jones to get inside the top 5. Ranger having a great run in 7th. James Busher, Josh Berry, and Cole Witt. JGL Racing inside the top 10 as we will complete our first lap on the green today at Watkins Glen with 6 laps remaining. Logano on the bumper of Daniel Suarez trying to get around that 19 for 3rd spot. And Logano has the edge. He has the room. He's on the inside entering the first couple of S's here. Logano hanging tough on the outside. Now he'll have the preferred lane as we head down a little back straightaway before we get into the bus stop. And Edwards not really able to close in that much on that number 3 of Ty Dillon. Joe Logano won this race 1 year ago, looking for win number 3 in 2016. Danny Suarez now under attack from Kyle Busch, and Jones, who fell back on the restart, now trying to make his way back up through the field. He's on the inside of Kyle Busch through the carousel. And he has a pretty good run on the 19 to Suarez, but Busch is giving him a pretty good little draft down the little back straightaway. Now Busch on the inside of Daniel Suarez. And they made contact with the 18 and the 11, made a little bit of contact as Logano working on Carl Edwards for 2nd place. 5 to go from Watkins Glen. Can Ty Dillon hang on? And we have one car coming down pit lane. That's the 60 of Chris Buescher. And I'm not believe that was by choice. I believe he may have been turned into pit lane. And real quick, well, we'll do that when the race ends. But we're going to look and see if Chris Buescher did get turned on the pit lane, or if this is a that was by his choice. But right now the top 3 have broke away. Ty Dillon. Now here comes Joey Logano entering the bus stop. Can he get around the 19 of Carl Edwards? Can they stay on track as well? And as Kyle Busch now under attack from the 53 of Andrew Ranger. What a great run by Ranger, passing the former series champion Kyle Busch. James Busher, Josh Berry, and now Darrell Wallace Jr. inside the top 10. Cole Witt, Brandon Jones, Jeremy Clements inside the top 15. Brendan Gaughan, Blake Cook, Ryan Sieg, Parker Kligerman driving the 44 this week with TriStar. Jeffrey Earnhardt in the 43 for Richard Petty Motorsports. Ross Chastain and Michael Self, your top 20. And we have trouble back here. The 98 Ryan Truex is off pace. The 98 of Ryan Truex. It was running 19th at the time, and can he keep it off the tire barrier? He does. We are still green though, but trouble for Ryan Truex. And Cole Custer is also remaining on track. And Logano still trying to get around that 20 of Carl Edwards, but I believe you may have him here entering the bus stop now. And he does. Logano clears Carl Edwards. Now can he chase down the 3 of Ty Dillon? Dillon trying to tie Daniel Suarez as the top seed on the chase grid with 4 wins. What an incredible year it's been so far for Ty Dillon. He's 46 points behind the 19 in the point standings. If he would be the point leader before the chase begins, he would have a free pass through round number 1 of the chase. Logano trying to close in. It'll be 3 to go this time by S. Jones now battles the 20 of Carl Edwards. 19 of Suarez rounds out your top 5 in the 19. Kyle Busch. 6. How about James Bush now? He's up in 7th. Andrew Ranger, Darrell Wallace, and Josh Berry, your top 10. And last time by, the 12 of Logano was quicker. Through the yeses. Bush now battles the 19 of Daniel Suarez on the outside lane. Darrell Wallace moves by the 53 of Andrew Ranger. Blake Cook moving by the 62 of Brendan Gaughan. Here comes out 39 of Ryan Sieg. And it's really gotten spread out here through the the entire field as Logano just doesn't really appear that he's catching Ty Dillon all that much. I don't believe that 12 car might. Not quite sure if he has anything for that number 3 Ty Dillon. He'll have 2 more laps to get something done. Edwards falling back now in the clutches of his teammate Eric Jones. It's Joe Gibbs Racing 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. And then we got a couple of routes forwards of James Busher and Darrell Wallace, Ranger, and Josh Berry, your top 10. 2 laps remaining at Watkins Glen. Last time by, Logano was about 200 quicker than Ty Dillon. Dillon went off course just a little bit, and that may allow Logano to close in a little bit down here through the yeses. Now James Busher on the outside of Daniel Suarez. That will be a battle for 7th place on track. Make it 6th place. Busher clears Suarez. Now here comes Darrell Wallace entering the bus stop. And Darrell Wallace he'll be able to clear the 19, and Logano is closing in on the 3 of Ty Dillon. But can he get there? Joe Logano trying to go back-to-back wins here at Watkins Glen. Through turn number 10. And through turn number 11, the 3 of Ty Dillon. Can he hang on? 1 more lap to go for Ty Dillon. Joe Logano on his bumper. The white flag is in the air. Logano's there. He is there on Ty Dillon, entering turn number 1. They battle for 3rd place behind on the 20 and the number 11. And here comes Joe Logano on the inside. Side by side through the yeses. Dillon trying to hang tough on the outside, but Logano has a pretty good run remaining on the outside lane. Now as he heads through the bus stop, Logano will have the preferred lane of Willie. He's almost clear of Ty Dillon. Can Dillon fight back on the outside lane? Logano clears him. But can Dillon pay him back in the bus stop? Through the grass a little bit for Joe Logano. Jones is in the grass. James Busher's in the top 5. Last weekend at Iowa, James Busher scored his first top 5 of the year. Now looking for a 2nd straight top 5 finish for that number 1 team. Can Ty Dillon get around Logano through the final 2 corners? A last lap pass on 4th place in points. Ty Dillon, last year's winner here, is going to make it 2 in a row. Joey Logano comes off the final corner, and Joey Logano will win his 3rd race of the year at Watkins Glen. What a great race here from Watkins Glen. Joey Logano, his 3rd win of the year. If I can remember correctly, he won the race at Dover, won the July race at Daytona, and now he can add Watkins Glen to his 2016 win list, as he is the winner here at the Glen. Ty Dillon will come home 2nd in that number 3, dominated the most of the race, but 2nd is where he will finish. Carl Edwards was able to hang on to 3rd place. Eric Jones 4th, and James Bush, your top 5. Kyle Busch, Darrell Wallace, Daniel Suarez, Andrew Ranger, and Josh Berry, your top 10. Great run by Cole Whitt, Brandon Jones, Jeremy Clements, Blake Cook, Parker Kligerman, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Brendan Gaughan, Ryan Sieg, Ross Chastain, and Michael Self, your top 20. And very quickly, I'm going to go back and look at Chris Buescher and find out, did he get turned to pit lane, or what happened to Chris Buescher? Now, we're going through the bus stop, and we're going to speed it up a little bit. Now, he came down pit lane by his choice, and that was a tough break for Chris Buescher. And what happened to Alex Bowman and Ryan? Well, let's look at his contact right here. This is what pretty much took Eric Jones out the win right here. He had to run on the inside. They made contact, Ty Dillon and Jones, and getting down here, his teammate, and right there, Jones, he got in the grass. He didn't really have a good entrance into the S's, and that really killed his momentum and killed his shot at a win. Alex Bowman, Ryan really restarted in the back. I'm not quite sure why. Running up here inside the top 20. It may have been turned or contact or something. I'm not quite sure, but Reed came down pit lane just like Buescher and Bowman. Same thing. Appears maybe a flat tire, but trying to kill their shot at a victory here today at Watkins Glen. What a great race we had here. I mean, a lot of battles all around the track, and a great finish with Logano passing down Ty Dillon on the final lap. That is all the coverage here from Watkins Glen for the NASCAR XFINITY Series. Logano wins the Zippo 200, but tomorrow, can he do it again? 2 years in a row. The NASCAR Spin Up Series, Cheese at 355 will be here at Watkins Glen tomorrow afternoon. AJ Allmendinger and Tony Stewart are on the front row for that race, but can they pick up a win here at the Glen? We'll find out. The next Xfinity race will be at Mid-Ohio next weekend. Congrats to Joe Logano on win number 3 in 2016. On your screen, your results and your chase grid after race number 22 of the year. That's on your screen now. And then now, it's only 6 races remain until we will hit the 2016 Xfinity Chase. Goodbye, everyone.